So Arcade1Up is going to do it again. They're going to give us another Revenge of Death Adder, but this time in Sonic form. How does that work? Let's talk about, first of all, big shout out to Big Reese for finding the leak from Arcade1Up that they're going to come out with a Sonic titled arcade. Can you believe it? There's going to be a Sonic arcade? And you're probably thinking, isn't going to be like just console games on there. But let me show you. Let me show you that there was some arcade Sonic themed games. And I think that is what we're going to get. I can show you exactly why this is going to happen. So you take a look at Sonic the Hedgehog. If you do a search for it, you're going to find all these different titles. But see, you have this Sonic the Fighters, and that's where I first went. I was like, it's probably going to have that Sonic fighting game on it. But what about over here? Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. What is this game all about? And is it an arcade title? So you take a look at this game. It was released in Japan. It's similar to the Revenge of Death Adder. Revenge of Death Adder was a Japanese-only release, but they brought it back to the States. But let's take a little bit further. What is this game? It is a Marble Madness clone. Now, this is something that has been hinted in the past that Arcade1Up is going to do like a Marble Madness. I always thought it was Marble Madness, but now I'm thinking it's like Marble Madness. That's what this game is all about. Now, we're going to walk through and talk about why I think they're going to do this particular game. And here it is. System 32. This is something they've done before. Revenge of Death Adder, boom, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog on the same system. See, Arcade1Up pays these commercial developers to build an in-house emulation. Maybe it's partly owned by Sega, maybe it's partly owned by Arcade1Up. I don't know, but here's the thing. Commercial emulation has value. You're not going to get in trouble or sued because of some open source licensing that you didn't understand and you're using and you're going to get in trouble for. If you own the emulation end to end or you license it commercially, then you're free from any obligation. And that's what Arcade1Up has been doing recently. They already have an emulator for Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder, and it's good. This is the one that has scan lines. We love it. It looks great. I saw it at CES 2020, and it's just fantastic. And it's also a Japanese game that came to the United States or came around the world from Arcade1Up. Now, going back to that previous game, we were talking about Sonic the Fighters. This is the one that I'm on the fence about. I'm not really sure if this is something that Arcade1Up would do. And the reason why is that's a Model 2 game. Once you get into Model 2, now you can do the House of the Dead. Now you can do Daytona USA. Now, of course, these are games we want them to do, but once they go into Model 2, that's it. You got to bring us all those games. And maybe this Sega Sonic Arcade will have Model 2 games on it just to kind of like test out that new commercial emulator. But you know, eventually they'll do a Daytona USA, eventually they'll do a House of the Dead, and that will be great. But why now? Why would this year be the year where they would come out with a Sonic the Hedgehog arcade game? And I'll tell you why. It's because this year is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's right. April 8th is when the movie with Jim Carrey is coming out. And I'm telling you, they're going to tie the announcement of the Sega Sonic Arcade to the release of this movie. So this is what the game looks like. It's an isomorphic game. It's like Marble Madness, but you're playing as Sonic. I've never played it, but this does look really exciting. But what did it look like in the arcade? Well, let's go to Galloping Ghost, and it looks like they have one, and it's a trackball game. Now, I think this is going to end up being a multicade from Arcade1Up, where, you know, it's probably going to have a joystick and buttons on it so you can play some of the other games on it, but it would come with the trackball, but I don't think it'll have 3. This is kind of a complicated beast because on this version, I don't even really see any custom artwork, so they'll probably work with Sega to be able to build some type of arcade, some updated artwork that they'll just have to invent, but it would have this trackball on it. It would have an official Sega title, because in the past I've always heard there were always going to be an arcade as the main marquee title, and that I believe they will still do. But will they throw in a whole bunch of other Genesis games in it? I hope so. I really do. Like, I don't want it filled with tons of console games, but check this out. It's not a Sega cabinet. It's a Sonic cabinet. And there's a limited amount of arcade games that you can put on that. So what do you want? Do you want only 2 games like Simpsons? Is that what you want? You just want 2 games? Come on. Throw Sonic 1 in there from the Sega Genesis. Throw Sonic 2 in there. Yeah, why not? Why not make a Sonic cabinet? So when you buy one and your kids play it, they can play this Japanese import game, right? And then they can also play the other Sonic games on it as well. That would be fun. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. I know you're going to blow up the chat saying, no way, I don't want any console games. But think about it. What if they just came in for free? What if it's going to be, $4.99 or $5.99 or $4.50, whatever the price is? Do you want free games, or you're probably not going to charge more for those Genesis games, right? Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one.